a lot of people who know that I've started investing for independence actually in January of 2021 is when we launched. And I just took a screenshot from my Facebook post. Well, we're coming back. We're coming back with a new name, with a new iteration at a higher level, because this is not a game, y'all. This is a revolution right now. This is about being revolutionary with our mindset and understanding at a higher level what's really going on, right? And I'm not one to say I know everything that's going on, but I know a lot about investing, economics, and chaos. And so in January 2021, my post on my private Facebook page was, so far, yippee, so far 27 people have registered for the basics of investing in the stock market pilot course during Black History Month. Hashtag excited much. Registration ends this Sunday, January 24th. The free 4-week live program begins February 3rd at 8 p.m. and there will be a Q&A review session each Saturday. We will review terminology, goals, planning, mindset, fact versus fiction regarding the market and traditional banking, lay out the process of opening and funding a brokerage account and buying stocks. So if you want to join and work towards, if you want to join and work towards reducing this wealth gap, DM your email address or drop it in the comments. Answer 3 simple questions, then I will officially add you to the group. Once you register, you will be. We are investing for independence, y'all. This is not a game. And I said, see below. This was a breakdown. You might not be able to read it clearly, but it shows you this is white, Black, Hispanic, and other. When it comes to assets by race and ethnicity, whites held significantly more than 100 trillion in assets at the end of Q1 2020, where Blacks were way down here. It breaks down the asset types from real estate to consumer durables to corporate equities and mutual funds to pensions and private business and other assets. Child, it's really not that complicated. We just are late to understanding what is really happening. And so we're coming back. The Investing for Independence course was launched 4 years ago. And so 4 years later, February 2025, we're going to return. There's even a greater need now for us to become top tier investors by playing their game. Trust me, there will be a lot of wealth created behind the veil of confusion. And if you want to stack the odds in your favor of how to become a part of the wealth creation community, then this iteration technically is one for you. It's for people who have discretionary income. I'm not going to lie about this. This is not the beginner course. If you still need beginner friendly information, the playlist, I linked to the playlist. I have kept that information up since 2021, 2022 for people to understand how to understand the stock market. But this is for people who have discretionary income to invest for longer term, 5 years in the market minimum. We will go over top industries and companies that the top 10% are parking their dollars in and how to follow the lead of the market makers. So join me and other experts by joining our new community. Note, this is an intermediate paid class. Basic knowledge and a brokerage account are encouraged. I wanted to say required, but if you go ahead and watch that playlist and get caught up before we launch on February 8th, that is totally fine. So you can catch up on the free content and then you can join us in our community. The link will be live tomorrow for you to go ahead and join up. The first 50, no, excuse me, this is a limited. I like to keep my classes kind of small, especially when we're talking at this level. And we're going to have guest experts come in where you can talk to about cryptocurrency, blockchain, AI, robotics, the top stocks that these cabinet picks are invested in. In December of last year, not last year, excuse me, 2023, I posted in this community a play that Nancy Pelosi made. Right soon after she made it, if you took that play, you would have been sitting wonderful. So you're going to be able to follow these congressmen, these market movers in what they're investing in, because they have the inside scoop. I won't call it insider trading, but I will say the inside scoop. So we are going to play their game. If you can't beat them, you join them. We cannot go through whatever is coming down the pike broke. We cannot go through what is going on in this country, especially as it relates to DEI and Black people, without a plan and or a strategy. So we're coming back. It's not called Investing for Independence anymore. The announcement is coming out tomorrow. I think many of y'all know that someone's, stole my name and tried to, well, they did. They actually trademarked it well after my community was formed. So it's being trademarked right now, actually. So anyway, saying all that to say, whoever who is part of this community that is interested in literally learning how to profit off of confusion, off of chaos, how to plan for your children's future, then you need to be part of this community. The first 5 people who register get 40% off. And then if you're part of Flawless Community, you get the extra 10% off with the same discount that I emailed to everybody in the Flawless Community. But if you're not part of the Flawless Community, you could join. The link is in the description below. This is definitely, something, like I said, I had to pray on it, because it's not for everybody. It's literally for people who are serious about investing. I have called on some great minds when it comes to this investing strategy, people that I've listened to, people that I would encourage others that look like us to listen to. And so, will there be bumpy roads ahead? Absolutely. But people make money in the market when it's going up. We weren't educated on that. So again, the link to register will be, and read more about the it's a 6-week course. I forgot to mention that. So once a week, we meet for 6 weeks and we get deep, y'all. And then we will have a within that six weeks, 2 times where we meet up just to go over Q&A to make sure that everybody understands, is being about that action, and is setting a plan and a strategy. So that's enough of that sales pitch. But if you're interested, in joining, that link will go out tomorrow morning. It's ready now. I just have some paperwork being finalized to protect my intellectual property this time. And so, but I'm excited about it. I will say this. I'm excited about the new branding, because just like they have taken the words DEI and woke and weaponized it and changed what that means, we're going to do the same thing with MAGA. We're taking that acronym, and every time we hear it from now on, it's going to bring us joy, because we know that acronym, it means that we're getting closer to generational wealth, financial independence, all of that. So I'm excited about the name. I'm excited about where we're going in February. The first date is February 8th. I don't care if one person signs up or 15. I think the cap is going to be 20 people. If between 15 and 20 people, I need to talk to some of the speakers as well to see what they're comfortable with. But I'm excited about the community. So it's 6 weeks. This is not a game. We'll be unlocking our path to long-term wealth by investing like the elite. We keep talking about the oligarchs, but we need to study the oligarchs. And I'm not saying to be like them in any other way than to learn how to create wealth for ourselves. It's 6 weeks. There will be a buy now, pay later option as well. But let me just read the course overview. In this 6 weeks course, you will learn how to invest like the ultra wealthy by unlocking the strategies used by the world's most successful investors. This isn't just about investing, y'all. It's about building generational your own wealth or invest for your children's future. This course will guide you every step of the way. You will learn how to maximize your assets and grow your abundance by focusing on high growth sectors like AI, robotics, blockchain, clean energy, as well as time-tested strategies that have allowed the rich to accumulate and preserve their wealth. Week 1, we're going to talk about the introduction to elite investing and understanding how the top investors think about money and investments. You're going to get familiar with market dynamics and learn which industries the wealthy are betting on today. Listen. Okay, let me just keep going. Week 2, we're going to talk about the tech giants and disruptive innovation. So if you didn't look at the second slide of you may not have even gotten to it yet, but let me just read the other post that I shared with my community when we first started it. You could scroll to the second window, but at CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show in 2021, they made a quote that in the last 20 years, software ate the world. So think about software platforms like Microsoft, Google, all of that. In the next 20 years, AI will eat software. So meaning the growth that we saw in the software boom in 20 years from 2000 to 2020, between 2020 and 2040, there will be so much wealth made from these industries. Whew, it's absolutely going to be insane. And many of us will miss the ride. Many of us will miss the boat. So let me get back to week 2. So week 2, we're talking about the tech giants and disruptive innovation, explore how companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla leverage technology to grow wealth and how you can mirror their strategies in your own investments. Week 3, we'll be talking about investing in emerging technologies, learning about AI, robotics, cybersecurity, and blockchain industries that are changing the world, which goes hand in hand with the quote that I just read. Discover how to identify and invest in the next big disruptors. Global investing opportunities is week number 4. Gain sights into global markets and learn how to diversify your portfolio internationally. We cover emerging markets, global stocks, and strategies that help mitigate your risks because you don't want all your eggs in one basket. And the thing about it is when one sector goes down, another one goes up. So you want to make sure you diversify. And the thing about it is you don't have to have millions of dollars. You don't have to even have hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have to have thousands of dollars. You just have to have a plan. So if your plan is $50 a month for your child, if your plan is $50 a month for yourself, depending on your age and how long in the market, you want to have your money grow for you. So this is not saying that you have to be wealthy or rich to do this. You want to start the process where you are prioritizing investing in these areas so that in 20 years from now, in 10 years from now, at minimum 5 years from now, you will be pleasantly surprised. No matter if the market goes up, down, sideways, whatever, you will be much better off than if you didn't invest. So we talked about global investing. Week number 5 is sustainable and future focused investments. So learning about clean energy, renewables, and the companies leading the transition to greener world. Now, we know that supposedly, right, that may be a question mark, but lo and behold, there are some sectors, like when you talk about electric cars, there are certain stocks and companies that fall that are already getting a boost and are projected to get a boost just based on who the leader, the person in charge, is aligning himself with. So you want to invest in the future with certain companies. I'm not going to list them now. Week 6, the final week, is investment strategies for building generational wealth. We're going to wrap up with powerful strategies that wealthy families, the oligarchs, use to build multi-generational wealth and learn how to create a diversified portfolio and plan for long-term growth. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It will be all on Zoom. You will get recordings as well. The recordings will be available for at least, so if we are live for 6 weeks, you'll have another at least 6 weeks for the recordings to go through everything again. But now is the time, y'all. Now is the time to start putting some pennies or coins away. And again, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. I will say this, if you're expecting a tax return, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. A lot of people were foolish. Do you know people became wealthy off of those them checks that people got, the stimulus checks? who invested, who took their whole check and invested in companies like Nivea and companies like Tesla. Okay, so we don't like Tesla. We may not like Tesla now, but if you invested your stimulus check in Microsoft, like these are strategies that are hidden in plain sight. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Take care. See you later.